Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Episode Who Knows of Survival If Fitted. This is Joe Williams, aka Passport Poppy, and we got Ian Pierno in the building with us, ladies and gentlemen. We got a very special guest on the podcast today, Mr. Jaren Jackson Jr. How are you doing today, my guy?
I'm good, man. Thank you for having me. It's lit.
That was a great introduction, bro. I'm not gonna hold you. Some of my best work yet.
There's no, Jaren, that's all you got to say is just, it's lit. Like, you're not like, I'm Jaren Jackson, the seven footer fitted. Like, I guess maybe it's our job to do that. I don't know.
Yeah, probably. How you living,
right? Yeah. You're probably one. No, this is just a long time coming. Definitely after seeing you in the summer in your element, talking on panels, being a superstar. Now we're doing a podcast. Like, it just, everything's meant to be. It's merging. It works. So that's all I'm excited about. I'm excited to be
here. Yeah, Ian's a superstar. People don't realize that.
Nah, he was talking about himself.
No, he's talking about you.
I was talking about you.
Okay. Sure. Oh shit, for real? Well, that's love.
Yeah.
Speaking of which, the last time we saw you was in Vegas. For those that don't know, there was like this, I don't know what to call it. I guess it was a clothing convention. And then there was like a sports fashion panel. And it was like me, Joe, Jaren, Jeff Hamilton, and this dude, Chris, who was like a really cool designer. It was lit. Anyway, that's the last time we seen each other. And it was Vegas, obviously, in the off season. And I'm not going to lie. The first time I saw you that weekend, it was out and about in Vegas. What's it like being a 7-footer at a nightclub?
You get a gaze of everybody in one look. Like, you kind of see everything in about 5 seconds. You don't have to look at anybody. Like you don't have to tilt your head or anything. Like, you pretty much see it all in 5 seconds. You pretty much see everybody's evening if you want. You can just people watch really well. And yeah, it's kind of cool. I mean, you get attention, but that's whatever. But you just kind of get to people watch. That's like a good plus right there.
What's it like going in the line? Because that's the big thing. Like, people like me and Joe, we go out probably quarterly, right, Joe? Like every 3 months, you and I go out together.
3 to 5, it's 3 to 5 months. Yeah.
It's like our quarterly. It's like our quarterly going out time. That's when we get all our Instagram content for the year. And we're in line and we're like, oh no, we're telling someone we know Vic, and they're like, who's Vic? And then we're calling Vic, and Vic is like, oh, tell him to ask for Brian. That's kind of what we have to do. And then, give it 15 minutes and we're in, we're squished 60 people at a table. But you know how it goes. Being 7 feet tall, did they even ask your name? Do you have to pull up the blue check, or is it they're just oh, he's 7 feet tall?
I'm very detailed. I kind of like to set up everything before. So I know exactly what I'm doing. Everything's pretty smooth because I don't like to go and deal with anything. I don't. So I'll call ahead, or I'll call a day before, or I'm texting everybody a day before. I'm usually annoying people, blowing up their phone. Look, bro, I'm coming now. 10 minutes, 5 minutes, 3 seconds, 1 second, and I don't get out the car until it's time to go right to where I gotta be. But I mean, once you're in there, it's great. It's always fun.
So getting in isn't a product. Oh, go ahead. I was going to say getting in is not a product of tall people privilege. It's a privilege. Yeah. It's a product of organized people privilege.
I'm still in that.
It's just being organized.
Yeah.
I'm still in the whole, I'm not getting out the car until I got confirmation, because the worst thing is being caught in the middle. Where you step out the car and you're not yet set to go into you just got to stand there hella awkward on your phone. That's the worst thing in the world.
Yeah. It's hectic because then you're what are you doing? You're just in limbo with everybody else is in limbo. And then, you're just unsure. I might as well. I like to stay in the car. There's aux in the car. Play music. You're comfortable in the car. Don't move. You don't have to be in a rush. I know everybody likes to get excited and hop out the car and let's go. We're outside. Whatever. No, it's just stay in the car. Relax. It's okay.
Bro, you know what that reminds me of?
Yeah.
You know when people get up on the airplane as soon as the airplane lands? Sit your stupid self down.
I know what you mean. Those are the people who are trying to get to their connection.
Yeah, you've been flying private too long, but for us,
it doesn't help you get to your connections faster either, though.
Trying to finesse. Yeah, no, I know those people.
My
Oh my God,
favorite
my wife-
activity in the world is like, because I usually try and sit the aisle because I got long legs for a 6-footer. But so I try and sit in the aisle usually, and sometimes I can tell if like the people next to me like don't fly that often, because usually the people that don't fly a lot that like want to get off the plane as quick as possible. And when the plane lands, I can just like see them getting like super anxious. Like I won't even take my seatbelt off. Like I'll sit there just like scrolling my phone, checking all the texts that I missed while I was in the air, and just watching these people sweat. Like I don't know if I'm
No,
a
they
bad
hate you.
person for this, but like I love it.
They actually hate you. They have real disdain for you. Like
Yeah.
I know exactly. Like I've been there where you look and you're like, bro, my God, like, get up. Like, oh my God, he's not getting up. Like he not in a rush. He's
Mhm.
just like he's on it.
Well, it
He
doesn't
might
save any time.
you know what you should do? You should like turn and talk to them and be like, hey, like how's your day going? Like wait a little bit and then say like act completely oblivious to it and just say something to him. That'll really get him. That'll be funny.
Bro, you ever had people try to talk to you on an airplane? It's like the most awkward thing in the world. Like you create small talk with somebody that you can't like physically leave the conversation once it's over. Like how do you know the conversation's over? Hella weird, bro.
No, that's the case. Like there's always one flight like from LA to Memphis, and it's like a direct, and it's like once like it's rare, and like it's always packed. And I take it when I'm in LA back to Memphis, and it's always like the first time flyers. Like there's always something crazy that happens on that flight. Like it's always like hectic. Like I've seen like this one lady who's just talking all loud and she's like, yeah, I was out here with my grandkids and like here are my grandkids and shows me her grandkids in line. And I'm like, all right, it's dope. And then I finally get on the plane and I'm walking to my seat and I'm like, oh no. And then I see where she's walking and then she sits right next to me. She's like, oh my God, we're seatmates. And then I'm like, oh yeah. And like when we take off, she's like putting her hands up in the air, like, here we go, like it's a roller coaster. I'm like, oh
What?
my God, like somebody get me out of here. Like this is but I mean, they're super nice about it. It's just like,
Yeah.
I don't know, trying to turn on Netflix or something.
That's what I'm saying.
Sitting next to kids. One thing I did recently was I sat next to a kid. There's like you can fly by yourself if you're like a little kid. There's like a program.
I've done
and,
that
like,
before, yeah.
Yeah, I did
Unaccompanied
it too when
minors.
I was a little kid. Yeah, unaccompanied minor. I've done it a couple of times. Sat next to a kid, and you just gotta pray they got an iPad.
Mm.
Yeah,
That's the key.
like that. Like if you next to an iPad kid, you're straight.
Mhm.
If
You
you're
know
not
about
next to an
Baby Shark?
iPad kid, yeah, by that Baby Shark. Do 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 do
Yeah,
do do
Baby
do.
they
Shark.
put that
But you
Baby
better have
Shark on there or
headphones.
that um Trolls. They put that on there. That's the key.
Yeah.
That's the key. A lot
Coco
of my homies
Melon?
got kids. I be
I
knowing
heard
how to
Coco Melon was like hypnotizing kids.
Coco Melon.
You guys
Oh,
ever heard that?
What?
It's like a little conspiracy
what
I
are
theory
you
mean,
with
I'm not
Coco
hip, but
Melon.
I heard of it.
Bro, they be playing that little theme song. The notes be like making kids go into a freaking spiral. That's crazy. Whatever, dog. Enough for the airplanes, dog. We here to talk about NBA fashion, not Coco Melon, dog.
Yeah.
All right, so I'm gonna direct this question to Jaren. We need a official LeagueFits starting five. We asked all of our guests this question, but you cannot include yourself in it. So top five in the league, dressed. Can't put yourself on the list.
Lately, Dylan Brooks, tough for sure.
Mhm.
In the entire league?
In the
Bro,
entire
I'm not
league,
gonna hold you.
Designer mismatch, man. What's up? I'm also real,
Okay,
so
okay. Yeah.
ah, damn, bro, this is tough. Because I mean, people who like have been doing it well have continued to do it well. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
They've. I feel like people have known, like they're not trying to fall off. No one's trying to fall off. Like it's because Shay's doing it, and
Mhm.
it's tough never to like. You always it's now like the curse of like you don't want to put him in it because it's like all right, you know. But
We've been going through this for like 3 years. The whole like, oh, like what's like the contrarian way to like, like make these
I like
league
Tyrese
fits teams and
Maxey.
stuff.
I like
Tyrese
Tyrese
Maxey can
Maxey.
be fly. Yeah.
He's doing it. I I like people who are different, but they're not forcing it. And then I don't really like to say the obvious ones because you already know them.
So far, it's a
Um,
pretty unique list. Not gonna lie.
yeah, Tyler Hero's pretty good. Um, hmm, I don't know, bro. What do you think? Give me some help.
No,
Give me some.
that's not how this works. That's not how this works.
You said, "Can I phone a friend?"
Yeah, I mean, I gotta phone a friend and like because I've been in my lane, like I've been in my world, like I've had these on, so like I've been
Mhm.
peeping,
Okay.
but I haven't peeped that well this year. I think this is the
You look
first
at
year
League
I
Fits
haven't.
when you're tagged.
Yeah, for sure.
Only, yeah.
Oh,
I respect that.
that's a notification, but like everybody else, everybody else is doing it.
Here, let me think real quick. We just
got a
started
couple.
doing a League Fits All-Star Team, so I actually have like the who's on the ballot. Let's see. Patty Mills, Halliburton, Jalen Brown, Tyler Harrow, Kuz, Bulbul, Oubre,
Kuz.
PJ.
Who's?
Yeah,
Kuz.
you know, Booker, Shea,
okay.
Jalen Williams, Shea's teammate. D'Lo.
You said Jeremy Grant already?
Yeah, Jeremy Grant,
Love
Josh
D'Lo for
Christopher,
Love D'Lo for years.
Jalen Green, Jared
JG.
Vanderbilt.
Bando.
Come on, we
Vando
threw out
gets
some
love,
names.
bro.
Yeah, Vando gets
Yeah.
love. People
Vando
on
gets
League Fits
hella
love
love.
Vando. Yeah.
Yeah, he's clean. He knows what he's
Yeah,
doing.
he
He's
is.
solid. I'm liking Kuz. I'm liking Tyler Hero. I'm liking Dylan Brooks. I'm liking Shea. I just think, got a reward if you just keep doing it.
Yeah.
Keep a foot on your neck. Keep a foot on your neck, man. And I'll say Josh Giddey, not bad.
Josh Giddey
Giddey,
kind of smooth. He's
I
getting
actually
there. He's getting there.
I saw that little denim post
The
before he
denim,
got on
yeah.
here. The denim one was fire. I was like, yeah, it's not bad.
That's his best
But,
fit ever.
Oh wow. Okay.
Word?
Well,
That's
no,
smart.
okay. Let's talk about it. Josh Giddey be pretty chill. Like, he like a smooth Australian dude with really cool hair. Like he can wear like flared jeans. Like
Yeah. Well then Tyrese then.
Okay.
Okay. So then my team can be Tyler Hero, Dylan Brooks, Kuz, Shea, Tyrese.
Halliburton?
No, Maxi.
Maxi,
The
Tyrese
Sixers.
Maxi. Yeah, for sure.
So
Fun fact.
that's a pretty unique team. That's unique.
That's a unique team.
Yeah. I
Very
definitely
unique.
I've definitely peeped. Respect to them for sure.
I love Tyrese Maxey because I've only been recognized, okay, not once, but
He's a
very
superstar,
sparingly
bro.
has-
He's a superstar.
no. Well, Joe, let me tell my story, ho. I'm making this about
Sorry.
me. The one time in my life, I was recognized as being League Fits was someone I had like never met before. The first time that ever happened, it's only happened like 3 times ever. But the first time that ever happened was Summer League 2 summers ago. I think it was his rookie year. Like he was playing in Summer League. No, it was after the summer after his rookie year. And I was at Javier's with my homegirl Lauren, and Tyrese Maxey walks over to us. He was like, "Are you Ian, the League Fits guy?" I was like, "What?" And he was like, "Are you Ian, the League Fits guy?" And I was like, "Yeah, I am." He was like, "Ian Pierno?" And I was like, "Yeah." And he was like, "Cool." He was like, "I like
Cool.
League Fits." And I was like, "Word, I love you, dog. That's so sick." So anyway, I'm like a lifelong Tyrese Maxey fan.
Yeah, that's dope. That's dope.
Yeah. I peaked. That was the coolest thing that ever happened to me. Fuck.
I've been with Ian where he got recognized for being League Fits before.
Yeah, we don't.
He's a
I
superstar.
don't want to. Don't make that
Too
a
many stories to
conversation.
tell. Too many stories to tell.
Okay, you play in Memphis, big hip hop capital of the country, or at least
yeah.
one of. Who dresses better, basketball players or rappers?
Oh, ooh. Definitely, I think I was just saying.
There's a wrong answer.
Musicians
What?
overall.
No.
No.
Not musicians or basketball players.
Not musicians,
Rappers
but
or basketball players, and there's a right and
rappers.
wrong answer.
I mean, Hoopers
Yeah.
just better.
Right answer.
They do. They just do.
Yeah.
Just because it's. If we're talking about better, there's just more lanes, more range, a lot more
Mhm.
diversity. When you're a rapper, it's more about like putting that on, designer jeans, ice, and we can do that too. So it's like
Yeah.
it's just different things. I think rappers really get off when they have like a video shoot and they get styled, and then they have things that they're introduced to, and then they put that on. That's kind of when they get off. But like if we're going out, you know, they're gonna be in designer, and it's gonna be fire. I mean, a lot of rappers I look up to for inspiration as well. When I was coming up, like I used to look at them like when I wasn't dressing and like screenshot everything I wanted to. Oh, Rocky, Wiz,
Duh.
MGK. And then when we were at that thing in Vegas, right after we were done, I met people who work with MGK right after that. They were in the crowd actually, and they came over to me and they're like, "Yo, we love it." I'm like, "Yo, you don't even understand. Like, you don't even understand. I've been seeing everything."
That's so
It's
fire
great.
because that's hella fire. I remember you mentioned MGK when we were on the panel. Me and Ian are like
Yeah.
huge MGK fans.
I like range. I like aesthetic and something that tells a story. I mean, he did his aesthetic really well. Like he had a whole rap thing and then he transitioned and he did it well. Like it was punk. It was just really well executed. I just like the purpose behind it. It was dope.
Okay.
Agree.
Question. Why does Ja Morant dress like a rapper?
Because he's putting that on. I mean, he's putting it on. I think like he's definitely the king of text. And now
I mean the non-tech fits. Like the non-tech fits, like Ja Morant always looks like he's gonna be like he's dressed to like be in the studio to A&R a Lil Baby song.
Probably is.
Yeah, he's putting it on. That's his lane. He's rocking it. He's doing it. I think we need somebody who's doing it like that though. Who just stays in that pocket and just keeps their foot on the gas. Cause like, and you've seen all the different types of ice. Like it really allows you to get your ice off, honestly, with those types of fits. Like it really highlights that more. And I mean, he got that though. He got that. Trust me. Like, I mean, a lot of the stuff you haven't even seen that he has. Like he hasn't, he hasn't. But one day he'll probably tell y'all, or maybe do like his own little movie about his own fits. But I see him other times. So like I see like what he'll put on. Like at other times I'll be like, oh yeah. Because we'll talk about clothes all the time.
That's smooth. Obviously, like in the League Fits world, when we think of the tunnel, we're thinking of when you guys are entering the game, coming in your outfits and things like that. But for you guys, the Grizzlies, the tunnel serves as like. I was about to ask if you've seen the videos of the Grizzlies like coming out for the games, and you guys are like turning up, and you guys got like the rap songs and shit. I was gonna ask if you had seen those videos, but I remembered you lived it. Does it look as fun as it looks in the videos?
Oh, it's more fun. It's we've been doing this for years. Like it's funny. I always say this about everything. Like we've been doing everything for years. It's just we weren't as covered, so everything's a lot more covered now. And it's like, oh, look at this, and it's like, oh, well, we forgot y'all didn't know. And it really started because our hallway is so long, and we'll stretch and we'll like get loose and we'll turn like we each come outside to like do dynamic warm up, and then once we all gather, we start the walk as a team. Like we walk as a team all the way out now. We wait for everybody in this one little area, and then we always play music. We bump music literally every second of the day. Like there's not a place in the arena, weight room, locker room, training room that's not loud as possible. So even out there, we bought a big tower speaker and we're blasting whatever. And it started because we know what songs we like to get off. Everybody bumps the same stuff. Like we know exactly what we want. And then we don't plan anything. It just started having, we was doing this one day, we was doing put that on, we be doing other stuff. Everybody has handshakes, like, and then we just walk out and it was just dope. And then one day people were just like pointing in this direction. We were like, bow. And then someone would point over here and be like, bow. And like, it was just all, once we did it once, it was like, oh, let's do it. Like now everything we know every time now. And it's so lit. Like, it's so much fun, bro. And it gets everybody hyped. It gets everybody ready to go.
Bro, I need a 10-day just so I can live that out.
Facts. Can you hook it up?
2 10-day contracts. We don't even need to get on the floor. We just need to be in that little
2 10 days.
There you go.
For our team.
Yeah. That's the whole point.
Oh,
Because we want to do that.
just to do this?
Just to do that. Just to do that. Just to do that.
Just
We
treat
need
us like
to
some
Citrus Slam.
like big like Make-A-Wish vibes. Like my Make-A-Wish is a 10-day with the Grizzlies.
Make-A-Wish.
There's like a camera they use, like
Giddy with job.
there's a camera they put in our circle. It's like walk out with the Grizzlies, and it's Devin, the guy who works on our team, and he puts the cam like in the circle kind of and like walks out, and then you can like relive it, and like it's
There you
funny.
go.
I'm like, wow, we're really covering it like this. Like I never would have thought like this is how like you can have the whole experience on your phone. It's funny how everything's just viewed now. Do you think it's lit? You think it's fun? You think it's dope?
Yeah, I think it's lit as fuck. I think it's more fun when there's like lame people in the Twitter comments that are like, because sometimes you lose basketball games because there's 82 of them. I think it's more funny when there's people in the Twitter comments that are like, oh, maybe if they weren't so focused on having fun, they would have won the basketball game.
Yeah. I mean, those aren't real people though. Those are usually just like
NPCs.
they're NPCs or, I get it though. I grew up in the age of trolling, so I like always understood trolling very well. Like I get it. Like you're supposed to troll to get engagement on your thing so you can promote your thing later. So I never really ever got into that type of thing. Like I used to think it was way more funny when I wasn't, more known. Like I think I was just like, wow, that's hilarious. Like I probably still think it's funny, but they're not real people though.
Nah.
You guys remember those like late 2000s LeBron James teams? Where like everybody's just like dancing like Danny Green, young Danny Green on the sideline. Was that?
Yeah.
Man, we have DG now.
They weren't that cool though. They're not as cool as the Grizzlies. People make jokes that like the Grizzlies are gonna get Rico'd. Like the Grizzlies are way cooler than the late 2000s.
They're gonna get Rico'd in them.
Yeah.
Y'all dealing with cases
like you can't even like compare it. Like the late like 2000s Cavs, even like the Heatles were like cool.
They're too corporate.
Like, the Grizzlies are they were like corporate cool. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like Pat Riley cool, which is super cool. Don't get me wrong, still super cool. But like the Grizzlies are like YSL cool.
We just don't. We just get along. Ironically, like we ironically like a lot of the same stuff. So it's weird. I feel like to get good team chemistry, you got to hang out. And I think even if we didn't like each other, we would force it just for the sake of winning. But we don't have to, which is a blessing because you don't always see that in sports. You don't always see that like in pro sports where people are hanging out because they want to. So yeah, that's really what it be around here.
I have a question.
You mentioned. Oh, go ahead, Joe.
I've been dying to ask this. Does Dylan Brooks know that he's a supervillain in like opponents' arenas? Like I went to the Warriors game on Christmas against the Grizzlies, and like I don't know, does he like embrace that role? Because they like really like I don't know, just being like a defensive stopper, like or whatever. Like does he know that he's a supervillain?
I guess we don't really. We're really pretty like whatever about that stuff. Like that's your character. That's your character. You go out there and whatever people think of you is what they think of you. But it's really all fueled by passion. Like it's a level of passion ain't nobody know. And it fuels through everybody. That's really what links us all together. We really want this. Like we want this more than we feel like anybody else. So when we're out there, we'll do whatever it takes to do it. It doesn't matter what we look like doing it. What it ends up looking like is whatever it ends up looking like. But we're rah for each other. We're gonna go as hard as possible, and we lay it all on the line. Like this is all we really only care about. This is all we care about. We're pretty boring as a. We just want to win. That's really all we care about. Like even when we leave the gym, we're just thinking about the next opportunity we can go out there and show out. And his passion is intense. So he's riding that wave. But I mean, we get booed everywhere. We get booed all the time.
Yeah. I like that. You mentioned that you guys all kind of listen to the same music. So it sounds like the secret to like locker room chemistry is just having a shared playlist. Is there anyone on the team that's not a safe bet to put on the aux?
Ooh. Anyone on the team you shouldn't put on the aux? There's no misses for real. There's no misses. Devo and John be playing country music sometimes. And even then, it's a good break. Like usually it don't come on game time, but like if we're like at practice or shoot around or we're just shooting around, like you'll hear some country music or one of our coaches will put on country music. And I mean, it's whatever because that's like a good break until we get back to our regularly scheduled program of what we're going to be bumping for the game. And everybody's on aux. Like at any point, anybody can walk over to the aux and get right. And it's always a banger. Honestly, no one misses on aux.
That's the key to making a super team. You don't need Bob Myers. You don't need like a salary cap analyst. You just need like Spotify Premium for 12 like-minded people.
Oh yeah, you need that real. Yes. Oh my God, it makes a big difference. I'm telling you.
That's dope. Yo, we've covered music, we've covered, basketball, we've covered fashion. One thing that you've gotten into recently is designing. You did a little collaboration. Do you want to tell us about it?
Yeah, it was dope. Long time coming. Mauna Kea, the brand. Can't thank them enough for giving me this opportunity to like just have my name on something, really kind of put my foot on something. And it really came about because Tony Lowe, for everybody who doesn't know, she's my creative director. She gave me a sweatsuit a long time ago that was Mauna Kea, and I really liked it. It was dope. And I'm like, wow, like I was wearing it like a couple times a week. And like I don't wear anything a couple times a week. And then I got photographed in it. I think I was at a football game, and then I was somewhere else. I got photographed in it, and they were like, yo, let's work. I was like, let's do it. And it was going to take like a year. So this was a long time ago. And me and Tony got so many text messages back and forth of themes and things that I like to wear and things I would like to, if I had my own something, do. Like it. So we were always ready for something like this. Like this was, I didn't know anything was like this was coming, but like I was always somewhat ready, and so was she. And it really was smooth. The communication between her and the brand to get a lot of the, under the hood things done in terms of like fabrics and patterns and colors, because they know what I want based on what I wear. I want something loud. I want something different. I want something distressed, big. I want something oversized. I want something that, that's just a little skewed from the normal. And I was like, let's do Trip J, because I mean Trip J was the vibe I was on at that time. I'm still on that. Like it just looks dope. It looks dope. And it's streetwear. And I had a dope little mask with it too. Got to model the clothes myself. Like when I went out in Italy, got to see the design team and see the real process, and kind of really just be hands-on. Got to talk to Vogue, and then they dropped a Vogue article while I was having my debut party in Italy for my clothes. Like it was all like synchronized. It was crazy. Like I was literally in Italy, and they dropped the Vogue article while I was like drinking wine at this little party for my clothes while they were playing my music. Like it was like, I was like, oh my God, this is intense. I'm in Italy doing this. This doesn't make any sense. And after that, we came back home, and the US portion was I had a little pop up here in Memphis at a store where like everybody came, all my teammates came, and my coaches came, and my homies came, and my business partners came in the city, and it was dope. It was nice. And then Steve-O came in and bought everything. Like it was crazy. Like everything was selling out around here. It was going great. It was a dream, bro. It was crazy. I want to do more stuff like that. My first little taste of kind of the space of not just wearing clothes, but kind of just being a part of it.
Yeah. You can probably appreciate clothes a little bit more once you know the process that goes into making them,
Oh yeah. The business side is oof. Oh yeah. There's a lot that goes into it.
What was the toughest part?
I had so much. The toughest part is the stuff I didn't have to do. It was like everybody else around me. It was Tony going back and forth with the brand. It was the workers and timelines and how are we gonna get these things to fit me, and then how do we want it like there's just so much, especially with you're working with people overseas. So like
Yeah.
it's all about when can we get this communication done. You set up meetings, you set up different things. Uh it's it's a process for sure. I mean, I need help to get something like this done, especially with my schedule, and I'm focused on what I got to get focused on. But at the end of the day, like, there's so many people involved. I'd rather like that, especially when it comes to ideas. You never know what idea you're gonna get from someone else, and you're like, oh, that's dope. I like that. Like, it's all collaborative.
That's what's up. I love that. And the gear is dope too. Tony sent me a little gift box. She sent me one. She sent one for Thanasis. It's sick. I actually wish I had rocked it right
a
now.
lot of people have stylists. I have a creative director, so
I like
I don't
that.
know.
I like that.
You know what I mean?
Before we head out, I have two important questions. The first one is today. I'm not sure if you saw it, but we're doing LeagueFits All-Star teams for the first time. Completely voted on by the fans, kind of like the real NBA All-Star thing. Why should you be a LeagueFits All-Star?
I should be a LeagueFits All-Star because I love to push the boundaries. I love to show range. And I like what I have on. I actually enjoy this. And I mean, it's up to y'all. I'll still put it on, and then I'll still put it on, and then if whatever year I don't make it, it's a marathon, man. So I'll be here every game until I retire. So we're gonna keep the foot on the gas. Never thought about why. You know what I mean? It's just when you just love it, you're just doing it. So hope y'all think it's dope. I think it's dope.
I love that. My favorite part of that was I like what I put on. I like my clothes.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I like what I put on.
Would you rather be a LeagueFits All-Star or an NBA All-Star? And there is a right and wrong answer.
Oh, 100% NBA All-Star.
Wrong answer.
Fuck, wrong answer.
I know.
Dude, imagine LeagueFits All-Star. You could put that in like a pitch deck, like your business team.
I got my all LeagueFits hoodie here. I have my
the basket case one, the basket case one, the collab one. I know the gray one, right?
I got that one. That one's dope. That's one of one. I mean, no one can take that out. You want to hand it to me? Ain't nobody can take that away from me. So I mean, at the end of the day, like,
bro, can you wear that to a game, please?
I might have.
Bro, we made those with the intentions of somebody wearing them to a game, and nobody did.
When did they arrive though? I feel like
in the summer, and it was in the summer, in the off season. Funny enough, Tyrese Maxey's girlfriend was wearing that hoodie when we ran into him. He's like, "See, I do love LeagueFits. My girlfriend's wearing the hoodie you sent me."
Fire.
Oh my gosh. Well, I have it. This is my one in 2021. So
snaps.
You know what I mean?
I'm literally wearing that right now.
Man.
Oh, wait. Before we go, there was one fit I wanted to ask you about. We didn't talk about like any specific fits. There was a fit this year. I think you'll know which one I'm talking about. You wear like leather pants. I think those are like the Rookie of the Year Jordan 1s, a tank top, and then like the fuzzy hat thing. Do you know what I'm talking about? Ring a bell?
The hat, the
I'm gonna text it to you. I have it on me.
I might text it to you, bro.
Oh no, I'm super quick.
This joint.
Fingers.
I had the this.
Yes, that one. That's the one I'm thinking about.
Yeah, this one's hard.
That was one where I saw it and I'm like, this could have been a disaster. Like, it was the riskiest thing, and everyone loved it. And you know, the comment section is a nasty place. I saw it and I'm like, I think this is cool. I'm unsure of whether to post it.
Some people didn't like the ones. I like the ones choice. I wanted leather. I wanted a cutoff. I knew if I was wearing leather, I wanted a cutoff. And I've been on Tony's ass about getting me ears. I've been wanting ears ever since I wore that coat with ears, and it was Spirit Hoods, and they also sell hats. So I have a bunch of coats with the ears. then I was like, I don't want to wear ears when it's cold. I want to be able to like still have ears at times.
Mhm.
Ears, hat, no sleeves, because then it's like, what are we doing? But it's
Yeah.
like, exactly. That's the whole point. Like whenever you start to think what we're doing, that's when you know you did it right. As soon as they start to wait, there it is. You did it. There you go.
So this outfit was built around the ears. The ears were not an accessory to an outfit. The pants, the tank, the shoes were an accessory to the ears.
Yes.
There
Yes.
we go.
That is correct. All for the ears. More ears to come too. We just gotta like space it out. I can't just be, like the other day I wore a nice little classy they said I look like Huxtable or something. Nice little classy green sweater over a collared shirt.
Oh, I think I saw that with the Tom Brown pants.
Brown pants. Yeah.
I saw
It's
that
good.
actually. I was on the run. I remember
Classy.
seeing
You
that.
know, back to, relax, let everything breathe, relax, and then, next game you might see I'm looking like, well, I could say an example, but I'm gonna just say me, looking like me. So
Yeah. You might have your ears on.
yeah. Who do you I might have them on. Who do you think shoot. Do you think do you think anyone takes inspiration
From you,
from me?
Joe.
Do I think, or am I taking inspiration from him? I'm not 7 feet, dog. It's tough.
No, I was joking. I was being silly.
Do you think I wanna be like
Probably
that
the other
one
tall
person
people.
for like
Yeah.
exactly. I
Best
wanna be
dressed
that one
big in the
person
league.
for like those bigs that like see me and like I want to be remembered as like the one who was just like, like
Years
pushing
for
the
years.
boundary a little bit, whatever it is at the end of this. I want to be. You'll tell me when this is all over and we're old. I want you to end up telling me what it looks like
Mhm.
because I'm not gonna know. I'm gonna just be in the loop. I'm gonna have done it for so long. Like there's fits I forgot about, but you'll
Yeah.
know. You can break it down for me.
That's legacy. That's what
Yeah, that's
legacy
the goal.
means.
Yeah, that's the goal here, man. I'm trying to. It's a marathon. I'm trying to just until the wheels fall off.
Damn. I kind of wanted to ask you to like leave us with like some like words of wisdom, but I feel like it is funny because when you start talking like real wise too, even like your voice changes a little bit. You're just like, and that's the thing. And that's the thing. I think you might have done it.
It sounds so dope on these headphones and this mic.
We gotta
that
get
it just
Jaren to
makes you
narrate
wanna
a
just
book.
get real like in the mic
Audio
like
book.
this. It sounds so cool. But I'm just like, okay, words of wisdom. I'll say
In the voice. In the voice.
well, okay.
And something inspiring.
You
We all
just
talk
gotta
in this
remember
voice for the
like
rest of the pod.
it's all about how everything looks in hindsight. It's all about how everything looks 10 years from now. It's never about how anything looks now. It's always about how it looks later. So if you want to stay in a pocket and milk something because it's cool, you can do that. Or you can just consistently do range and consistently be uncomfortable. And eventually you're comfortable doing so many different things that you look back and you're like, okay, I was in this lane, I did this lane, I did this well. You look at everybody, you look at the best people, and they were so good because they were good at so many different things. Like they stayed in their lane, but they enjoyed what they did and they still pushed themselves a little bit. They didn't, they didn't do everything by the rules or by the rules that they have in their head. A lot of people suffer in imagination. Like you can't suffer in that. Like it doesn't end up mattering. If that was the case, then if you suffer in imagination, if you suffer because of what people say you, especially when it comes to clothes, like it's clothes. I've been wearing clothes so long that now I find it even funny that I would ever care about what someone thought I wore. It's clothing, but you can tell a story with it. So there's two sides to it. You just gotta remember both sides.
Wow.
There you go.
Snap
And get a creative director if you are so blessed.
That was the longest inspirational one-liner I've ever heard. Hella semicolons, hella commas,
The
hella
longest run-on
dashes.
sentence.
Yeah, man. I'll be on YouTube looking up like inspirational videos. So I'll
that's dope.
like I started doing that because I used to watch all those Kobe Bryant. I know you guys got all those Kobe Bryant
Of course.
motivational things on your thing. But I was like watching those and now like look up other stuff.
Wait, what birth
And
year are you? What year were you born?
99.
Okay, I'm 97. I think Joe, you're 98 or you 99?
98, yeah.
98. Yeah, so I know exactly what type of Kobe videos you're talking about.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Clinic
So hard.
videos, greatness.
They got me up today. Like I was laying in my bed, like saw a Kobe video, brushing my teeth.
Dude,
Right
they
to
don't
the-
make videos like that anymore.
Really?
They don't.
They don't make
there's
YouTube
no one
videos like
Kobe
that
though.
anymore.
Kobe has so
Yeah.
many videos of him giving the perfect advice ever. Like no one's given that kind of advice, but like ain't nobody like Kobe anyway. So it kind of like all fits. Like I get why Kobe's getting the vids. Like I get why. So I'm like
Yeah.
looking at them.
You know what else was good? The Derrick Rose comeback videos. Like all like the Derrick Rose return hype videos, like after he tore his ACL or Achilles or whatever it was, like the first time, all people were just like, it was like 12 months of like the return is coming, and it'd be like overlaid with like PTI commentary and stuff. I'm like, that was crack. That was crack to me when I was 12 years old or however old I was.
Oh my god, PTI always gets in those videos because they're just bashing somebody and then they end up going crazy. But I mean, they know that. That's like their job.
Yeah. Facts. Well, shit, homie. I just want to say appreciate you coming on. This was a long time
For sure,
coming.
man. I'm glad we did this with this setup and I'm at home and you're not catching me like in a hotel room.
Nah. If you guys are listening to this on Spotify, you should switch and watch the last 10 seconds on YouTube because Jaren has a sick setup.
Yeah, it's dope.
Fire.
I have a cause, little Star Wars guy back here, and a helmet and some skateboards.
Do you skate?
Do you skate?
Oh God, no! I used to,
Poser.
but I can't do it no more. I got too tall, and then it's in my contract. I can't. So I kind of just like
that's in
run-
contracts. What the heck?
Yeah, that is.
I mean,
I know a
actually
couple guys
might-
that break their contracts to skate. I'm not going to name names though, but I know 2 NBA players. That,
It's not non-contract. It's in contract, but if you get hurt, they can't. You can't get paid.
they can like cut you and like not have to pay you.
Yeah, like what are you doing skating? Like I want to.
Yeah.
Like they'd be so pissed. I don't even touch that, but
Dang, that's crazy.
it's dope to look at for sure.
It is dope. It is dope. Well, shit, homie. Appreciate you. Enjoy beating the Spurs tomorrow. How many points are you guys
Oh, for sure.
I'm just kidding. You don't have
8.
to answer that.
Oh, no.
Oh,
Answer
130.
for him. There we go.
Oh, shit. All right. 130. You guys heard it here first. This is going to be the sickest sound clip ever when you get 130 tomorrow. All right.
Hey, wait.
peace, homie.
Can you hear
Oh,
this
what?
on here?
Yeah.
Can you
Louder.
hear that?
It was super quiet. Do it again.
Wait.
Bro, you got a soundboard? What the
Grizzlies
Yeah,
are
bro,
totally
I
getting
ain't gonna lie.
Rico'd. Grizzlies
dude.
definitely getting Rico'd.
Oh my god! And that's a great show.
Bro, we need to get a soundboard. What are we doing?
Yeah, we do.
Time to get a soundboard, guys.
It is. All right. Do the air horn and bring us out.
All right, LeagueFits, Trip J.
You
You dig?
All drip first team this season. I'ma get it cause I got my reasons. On the ground till my heart stop beating. Y'all little boys made me change my demeanor.